Welcome back, Focus Learners. Today's explainer is an absolute must if you're a software engineer, DevOps pro, or MLOps specialist. We are looking at something that's fundamentally changing what it means to write code and ship products right now. We're diving into a brilliant, highly practical book that shows you exactly how to transition from casual AI usage, treating it like a glorified search engine, to adopting systematic, battle-tested engineering workflows. If you want to massively level up your career, act like a top-tier senior engineer, and just ship better code faster, you are in the right place. Okay, let's dive right into our Level Up playbook for today. We're covering 1. The productivity trap, 2. Taming vague tickets, 3. Systematizing 3 a.m. debugging, 4. Thinking partners versus vibe coding, and 5. The agent future.
Section 1. The productivity trap, leaving hours on the table.
Right now, there is a massive efficiency gap happening in modern engineering teams, and it all boils down to how we view our tools. 5 to 10. That is the number of hours the average engineer wastes every single week on tasks that a systematic AI workflow could handle in literally minutes. Just think about that for a second. That's a full working day gone. Poof. Research shows developers are spending up to 17 hours a week just dealing with technical debt and maintenance. The gap between the engineers who manually slog through this and the ones who automate it is widening incredibly fast.
And this really highlights the divide. On the left, we've got the average developer. They treat AI like a standard chatbot. They'll just paste a one-line error into it, get a super generic response back, and then wonder why it wasn't helpful. But the top 1%, they treat AI like a senior engineering partner. They delegate. They provide rich context. They aren't asking the tool to do their job. They're asking it to accelerate the mechanical stuff so they can actually focus on high-level judgment and strategy.
Section 2. Taming vague tickets. The 15-minute rule.
We've all been here, right? You open your laptop on a Monday morning, take a sip of coffee, look at your sprint board, and you see a ticket assigned to you that just says, "Improve search performance." I mean, what does that even mean? Which endpoint? What's the actual target metric here? Imagine burning half your day playing detective on Slack, trying to hunt down a busy product manager just to figure out what those 3 words actually require.
Well, instead of playing detective, the top 1% use this 4-step workflow. Step 1, feed that vague ticket plus all your available context, so related Slack threads, repo names, your own assumptions, right into your AI tool. Step 2, ask it to generate clarifying questions, and then only send the absolute best ones over to your PM. Step 3, have the AI draft up an implementation plan based on reasonable assumptions. And Step 4, paste that exact plan directly back into Jira. You just say, hey, here's my understanding of the scope, let me know if anything looks off. Boom, you've created a paper trail and totally protected your time.
Now, the absolute key to making this work is the 15-minute rule. The goal of this workflow is not to generate some beautiful, flawless document. It's simply to go from total ambiguity to a concrete starting point. If you aren't done in 15 minutes, stop tweaking the prompt and just start working. Perfect clarity is a trap. This one single workflow takes a task that usually wastes 1 to 3 hours of your day and compresses it down to just 15 minutes.
Section 3, systematizing 3 a.m. debugging from panic to process.
All right, let's step up to some high-stakes intermediate challenges. The author of this book, who happens to be an ML tech lead with experience building production AI at Amazon, Microsoft, and Samsung, shares a story that is just way too relatable. He writes, "It was a Tuesday at 2:14 a.m. when my phone buzzed. Pager duty. Our video transcoding service had started throwing a serialization error. Half asleep, he did what we all instinctively do. He copied the error into Google. The top results were all from 2019. Nothing matched. He lost 40 minutes chasing ghosts. Because, let's be real, debugging isn't just fixing the bug. The absolute hardest part is finding it."
To actually fix this, you need a system. Specifically, you need a full context checklist. Never, ever just paste a one-line error into an AI. Before you prompt, you have to gather the full stack trace, the relevant code snippet, any recent deploys, the environment details, and the frequency patterns. You get all of this together first.
And then, you hit it with this absolutely battle-tested prompt. Top 5 root causes, ranked by probability, with evidence to confirm or rule out each. This is magic, guys. It forces the AI to act like a strict, hypothesis-driven debugger. Notice you aren't asking for the answer. You're asking for an investigation plan. You check hypothesis number 1, maybe it's a serialization library update, and if it's right, you're done. This structured 5-step debugging workflow routinely cuts diagnosis time by 75%.
Section 4,
Thinking partners versus vibe coding. Escaping the trap.
This right here is the clearest differentiator between a junior developer and a true senior engineer. We explicitly need to warn you about this dangerous hype trend called vibe coding. Vibe coding is basically generating code by just describing what you want and then blindly trusting it because it kind of looks like it works on the surface. The book shares this crazy story of an app built over a weekend entirely through vibe coding. It looked amazing, but 3 weeks later, it was secretly leaking user data between sessions and had massive SQL injection vulnerabilities. Why? Simply because the developer didn't actually understand the code that was being generated.
So to escape that trap, you need a total mindset shift. The junior habit is using AI purely as a code generator. Hey, write this function for me. But the senior habit, it's using AI as a thinking partner. It's a rubber duck that talks back. A senior engineer goes in and says, here's my architecture design. Give me the strongest counter-argument to my proposed approach. What edge cases am I totally missing? They use AI to pressure test their ideas, uncover hidden flaws, and validate their boundaries. AI is there to amplify your judgment, not replace it.
Section 5. The Agent Future. Orchestrating Leverage.
Now we arrive at the most advanced stage of the playbook. This is where we move from manual prompting into automated workflows using AI agents. But to really get agents, you need to understand MCP, or the Model Context Protocol. Think of MCP like the USB standard, but for AI tools. It's a highly secure, standardized way for AI models to connect directly to your local files, your terminal, your GitHub repo, or your Jira board. Instead of having to write custom, messy plugins for every single tool, you just use MCP to safely bridge the gap. It literally gives your AI agents hands to do the work.
Let's see what that looks like as an orchestrated pipeline over time. Week 1, you build a simple agent that just searches your codebase for forgotten to-do comments. Super basic, right? Week 2, you upgrade it so it can categorize those to-dos by priority. By week 3, you connect it to Jira using MCP, and suddenly it's automatically creating tracking tickets for all your high-priority items every Monday morning. You've just taken a simple script and evolved it into an autonomous project manager. The value of this stuff compounds incredibly fast once you start layering it.
And that brings us to our final thought. The book we explored today is packed with real, in-the-trenches engineering stories, 50 copy-paste prompts from actual production systems, and quick reference cards for DevOps, software engineers, and MLOps alike. 50 workflows exist in this new engineering stack. Today, you just learned 3 of them, so I'll leave you with this. Are you finally ready to stop using AI casually, grab the book, and systemize the rest? Thanks for hanging out with me, Focused Learners. Keep building, keep learning, and I will catch you in the next explainer.